In this video, I'm going to show you how you could build a portfolio website that will allow you to showcase your Jupyter notebooks natively on the website. And we're going to host this website on the GitHub pages for free. So we're going to use the fastpages template. And so without further ado, we're starting right now. So a few weeks ago, I made a video called How to Build a Simple Portfolio Website for Free. And the video shows you how you could build a very simple website using a basic and simple template from GitHub and how you could deploy it directly on the GitHub pages. And so I'll provide you the link to the video in the video description. And essentially what the website here does is it allows you to provide a simple information about your project portfolio, which is good in that it's very simple to implement. However, if you would like to have a more robust website, instead of linking to a GitHub portfolio and then just talking about the code at a high level, but wouldn't it be better if you could actually embed the Jupyter Notebook directly inside the website? And if that sounds like fun, then you want to watch this video to the end, because the fast pages here that we're going to build will allow us to embed Jupyter Notebook right inside, because as you can see here, it will convert the Jupyter Notebook into a blog post. So let me show you an example. So if you might recall, a few days ago, I've released a video on calculating molecular fingerprints using the PaddlePy Python library. And so for this one, I've actually modified the Jupyter Notebook just a little bit. And you can see that with just a small modification, which I'm going to show you in just a moment, I can get this web page. And it comes with the table of contents. And this is automatically generated from the headings of the Jupyter Notebook. So you can see the heading 1 and heading 2, they're automatically generated. And for this one, I've added some text cell, which embeds the link to the YouTube video and also the Twitter post of this particular video. And this is essentially the Jupyter Notebook, as you can see. And it's not an image, okay? It's actual Jupyter Notebook. So all of the code cells, all of the input and output are shown here, right? All of the description are shown, all of the input, all of the output. So the input is in the darker color and the output is in the lighter color. And this is the data frame, the full data frame, which is very handy. Finally, we built the random forest model and you could actually see the data frame, right? So if you have the plots, such as the feature importance plot or the scatter plot, it could have been shown here as well, right? And because it is a blog post, you could sign in with your GitHub and then you could write your comments inside the website. And you could even see that the website comes pre-equipped with the footer of the website, even the links to the YouTube channel as well, Twitter, and also GitHub. And the header is automatically added to it as well. And it's added automatically from fastpages template. Let's have a look at the About Me. But before going there, you could also notice that it automatically generates the badges here for you to open it up in Colab, Binder, and also GitHub. So they're automatically generated. So the only thing I did was here, I added the following 3 text cell, and the rest below here were the same. So they're just basic Jupyter Notebook. And then I just added the top cell here. If I double click, you can see in the inside of it. And so you can see here that the heading 1 is here. And then this part will be the descriptive paragraph that you see from the website right here. And then the date, July 5th. And then the tag here comes here. The tag comes from the categories. And so they're inside the bracket. And then you could have the names of the keywords that you think your Jupyter Notebook belongs to. So I added bioinformatics, chem informatics, PaddlePy, scikit-learn, and then I even allowed comments to be added. Remember the comments at the bottom right here? The comments, I activated it to be true, but if you don't want it, you could just leave it out. And the badges here is configured to be true, and the table of contents is configured to be true. And also the preview image. Let me show you. The preview image that you see on the front page, this one is specified here, images PaddlePy. So what I did was I had to upload this image, paddlepy.png, into images folder. Let me show you. The images folder is, let's go back to the GitHub. Back. Okay, let me go back. GitHub, Data Professor, and then it's in the DS repository. this one, let's have a look to the images folder, and then the paddlepie.png. It's right here, okay? And then let me show you the web page again. Data Professor, github.io/ds. Okay, so it looks quite reasonable. And the two posts that you see here were the default ones that came along with the template. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so they're basically prepared in Jupyter Notebook. So here you could even hide the code. You could have like the tag here, collapse hide and collapse show, so that you could either have a button that will allow you to hide the code, but initially show the code, or you could initially hide the code and then you could have a button that will allow you to click on the show code, and then upon clicking on it, the code will be shown. Right? And then the Altair plot is not only an image, it is an interactive plot. You could hover on it, you could click on the options, and then the graph will be updated. Okay, pretty awesome, right? You could hover, and it's quite interactive. You could embed images, animated images as well, captions, add Twitter, YouTube videos. You could have various colored boxes as well. So this is a developer-friendly, data scientist-friendly portfolio website. So instead of just linking to a page on your GitHub portfolio, you could embed the actual Jupyter Notebook and convert it into the contents of the website. Okay, so this would probably be ideal if you would like to make a code-rich portfolio website. So let me show you how to actually create one from scratch. And so let's head over to the fastpages website here on the GitHub, and I'll provide you the links to this in the video description. Make sure that you log into your GitHub account in order for this to work. To begin, you want to click on the use this template. All right, and so in order to begin the creation of your own portfolio website using fastpages template, you want to click on the use this template button here, click on it, and then you want to give it a name. So here I'll use WS, and then make sure that you hit on public, because if it's private, you have to make sure to upgrade your GitHub account. And you want to click on the include all branches, and then click on the create repository from template. And in order to make this work, make sure that you have also logged in to your GitHub account, as I mentioned already. And so this should take you a few moments, so let's wait for it. Okay, so I guess that the author is currently updating the template, but it shouldn't matter too much because what we're using might be a few minutes old, and that's okay. And so what we want to do is we want to wait for the pull request to happen. So we might need to refresh the page again. All right, there you go. You see that the number 1 appears and there's one pull request. And so we have to click on the initial setup. So this will give us the initial setup, and we'll have to follow that. So you want to click on the initial setup link. And here you want to follow the 3 steps that is mentioned here. Okay. So let's have a look at step number 1. So it says that it wants us to create an SSH key pair. So they say to open this utility. So let's click on it. But actually, I think it's better if we just open it in a new tab right here. And then it wants us to select RSA and 4096 and leave the passphrase to be blank. And then click on the blue button, generate SSH key. Okay, let's have a look. So this web page will allow you to generate the SSH key online. So click on RSA, click on 4096, and then the passphrase, you want to leave it blank, right? And then it says to click on the generate key, but actually it'll automatically generate for you upon clicking on RSA and 4096. Okay, you see that it generates the private key and the public key. So in just a moment, we're going to use that. Okay, so we finished step number 1. Let's move to step number 2, which is to navigate to this link. So let me open this up in a new tab so that we have the instructions handy. And why don't I split the screen? Let me move this to a new half window. All right. So here in step number 2, it wants us to click on the new repository secret, which is right here. Click on it. And then it says that it wants us to copy the private key. So let's move back to the private key. So you want to copy the private key from the first line until the last line. You want to copy it until it scrolls down, and then you have the N RSA private key, and then you want to copy it, go back to the action secret page here in the new secret, and then you want to paste it into the value. All right, and then your secret name right here in the name, you want to type in SSH deploy key. Okay, so it's SSH capital and underscore deploy underscore key. Okay, and then you want to click on add secret. And congratulations, you have step 2 finished already. And let's move to step 3, which is to click on this link. So let me copy the link then. And then it wants us to now click on the add deploy key, click on it, and then we're going to copy the public key now, copy that, and then you want to paste it into the key box right here. And then the title, you'll call it anything you like, or you could just call it fastpages-key. And so notice that it appears automatically because I've created this already in the DS portfolio website. And so you will have to type it in again if this is your first time, okay? So finally, you want to make sure to click on the allow write access. Click on it, take on it, and then you want to click on the add key. All right, and there you go. You have the keys added. Scroll down, and then it tells you that the GitHub Actions will perform a continuous integration, and it's going to take you about 2 to 3 minutes for the website to be built. And so it should be noted that because of the CI in GitHub, you'll be able to automatically build the website every time that you update it. Okay, so if you update the code, you upload some files or images into your portfolio here in the WS, the CI will be activated automatically, and then your website will then be built every time. And so that will take about 2 to 3 minutes for the building process to complete. And then you should see the website updated. So let's have a look at the pull request. Okay, let's go back in the initial setup. Okay, so it's the exact same page here. And so I think we're all set now, okay, because we have already performed step 1, 2, and 3. And it just tells us that this is the URL. So let me copy this. And then you want to click on the merge pull request at the bottom here. Click on it, and then you want to confirm the merge, and then you want to delete the branch because it is now safe to be deleted for the Fast Pages Automate Setup branch. You want to delete that, and there you go. You're all set. And you want to head over to the actions, and then note here that you see this yellow spinning icon. So what this tells you is that it's currently being built. Let me expand this page. So the website is being built right now. So let's click on it. And then the status here, it is spending about 30 seconds already building the site. If you click on it, you see more detail. So you're going to see that it has done the following 4 steps already. And it's currently at the conversion of the notebook to the post. It could convert Microsoft Word to the post here. And you can scroll down and have a look at the process that it is doing. And currently now it's building the Jekyll according to the Jekyll template, building it. And if it runs through until the last step, it should be finished. However, if there is an error, it will say the error here. And so you can see what exactly is going on. Okay, so we're almost finished and it's deployed. It's finished. It goes to completion now. Let's go back to action again, and you should see a green tick mark here. And if you did, then it probably is finished. And so finished, okay? Let's head over back to the code here. And to check, you want to have a look at CI. So if the website is built successfully, the CI should have a green passing logo here. And the GitHub pages status should be passing. And then you want to click on the link here in order to go to your portfolio website. All right, there you go. This is your portfolio website. So this is only half of the way. And now we're going to customize this particular website. And so let's go here. Let me close the other irrelevant pages. Okay. And so we have, okay, this is the old one. Okay. So notice here that the fav icon, you see the icon here, the small one at the top menu here? This is called the fav icon, F-A-V icon. So you could replace this with your own if you have a logo. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so I have a logo.png here, data professor logo. And so I'm going to use this and convert it into a fav icon. And I've used the favicon.io. So click on that. And then I clicked on the PNG to ICO, click on it, and then I just drag and drop it here. Drag and drop the icon, the logo.png, and it's uploaded already, and I could just click on download. And it's in the favicon.zip file. I'll click on it, I'll double click on it, and then inside the folder, you're going to see favicon.ico. Okay, so you want to upload this to the GitHub repository. So let's move to the WS repository because that's the new one that we have just created. WS. And so you want to head over to images folder, and then we're just going to replace it. Okay, you just drag and drop it here. Wait until it finishes uploading. All right, and it's uploaded already, and so you want to click on the commit changes here, wait for a few moments, and it's uploaded. And so upon uploading a new file, you should see actions being updated right here. You're going to see that the yellow icon is now moving because we have uploaded the fab icon. And so if this is completed, you should be able to see your own logo here. Let's have a look inside. Okay, it's currently rebuilding the web page. All right, so let's do something else then. Let's customize the config.yml. And so this will allow you to modify the name from the default of fastpages to be your own, and also the description here, and easy to use blocking platform with supports. It's right here with support for Jupyter Notebook. So you could use your own description right here. So let me go to lines number 9. But before that, you want to click on edit this file, and then title, I will call it Data Professor. And then in the description, I'll just say Shannon is an associate professor of bioinformatics and a data science YouTuber and blogger. And then head over down, social links, Twitter. I want to update this to be my Twitter ID, the data PROF, GitHub to be data PROFESSOR. And then here is YouTube, but let me head over to the prior repository because I have already got the details in the config. YouTube channel, and then the ID of the YouTube channel. Oops, so my keyboard is not so good right now. It's the built-in from Mac Pro. All right, so YouTube channel, and then the YouTube ID is here. It also has support to generate math equations using LaTeX as well. If you need it, you just set it to be true. And here, I'm going to set the show image here to be true because I would like the preview right here. I would like this to have a preview of the image. Let me show you. Oh, it's not SS, it's DS. So it's right here. I will have the preview of the image to be displayed here, and you notice that there's like a small box around it, which looks quite good in comparison to the old one right here. This is the default one, so we want to show the preview image, and so we set it to be true. If you have Google Analytics ID, you could feel free to add it here, and then you could track your traffic for the website. And then I'll just leave everything else to be default, and then I'll just commit the changes here. And now your website should be activated for updates in the actions. Right here, it detects that you have updated your config.yml. So wait a moment, and actually the icon here should be updated. Let's update the web page again. You should see the icon changed. There you go, it changes now. It changes to the favicon.ico that we have just uploaded just a few moments ago. And so give it some time and you should be able to see that the description will be changed. The icons here at the bottom should have a YouTube icon at the bottom as well. And then from the default of fast.ai, it will be changed to my own Twitter ID and GitHub ID. And then the name at the top left-hand corner will also be changed to Data Professor. And actually, I could also make modifications to the About Me page. Okay, so let me do that. Let's go back to the code, scroll down, go to the pages, go to about.md, and then click on Edit the page. And then I'll just modify this to be Data Professor. youtube.com/data professor, and then I'll say Shannon is an associate professor of bioinformatics and the founder of the Data Professor YouTube channel. Okay, and then I'll just update the footer at the bottom here, footnotes, and I'll put the footnote right behind the Data Professor here, and I'll make a note to describe what it is. I'll say it is an educational YouTube channel about data science and bioinformatics. I'll click on commit changes. And let's go back to actions page here. And now you should see that the about.md is now in the queue for being updated. And however, the other parts that we have modified has already been implemented. So let's refresh the page again, go to the fast page. This should have a preview image. Let's see. All right, there you go. Preview is shown here now. This one doesn't have the preview image because I think by default, right, it's using the markdown and it's probably not, and it probably doesn't have the preview image. All right. And so while it is being updated, why don't I show you how to create the Jupyter notebook that you will upload to the web page. So it's right here. And the explanation for this I have already given to you at the beginning of the video. So the first part here, you'll have to put in the name of the Jupyter notebook. And then here you put in the description of the page. And then the TOC is the table of contents. It will be automatically generated if you leave it to be true. The badges, if you have it to be true, it will show the 3 badges for the user to click, and it will implement or launch the Bender link or the Google Colab link as well as the GitHub link. And the categories here, I could set it to the ones I specified here. I can even add more if I like. Okay, and the preview image here, you can specify the location of the folder. So I'll just specify it to be images/paddlepie.png, and you could, save it, download it into your computer, and let's upload it. You want to go to the notebooks. Okay, so you want to make sure that the name is numbered according to the instructions given here, where you're going to start with the year with a dash, and then the month, and then the dash, and then the day, and then the dash, followed by the name of the file, and then .ipynb. So it is very important that you have it exactly like this, otherwise the web page wouldn't be built successfully. So let me upload it here. So it's prepared today. So I'll have it named to be 2021 underscore. Let me see. The other version, did I have it underscore or dash? Let's see. I have it underscore. So apparently it worked. But I'll just follow the specification. I'll just rename it to be dash then, just for safety reason. But otherwise, it probably works as well. So I'll load it again. I'll rename it to be dashed, right? And then I'll go to the repository here and the notebooks repository. And then you could just drag and drop it and wait for it to upload. And when it's uploaded, you want to click on commit changes, wait a few moments, and it's uploaded already in the notebook. And make sure that images has already been uploaded, paddlepie.png, not yet. So I'll upload it now. Drag and drop it here, wait for it to upload. All right, it's uploaded now. And then you want to click on commit changes, wait a few moments. All right, it's uploaded. And so anything else that we want to do here? I think we're all set. Right, so probably let me upload the Microsoft Word file as well to show you that it also works. So in the fast pages repository, they also had an example Microsoft Word file. Let me show you. And it's this one. And so this is the content of the Microsoft Word. And you can see that it also has images that is already embedded inside the file. This one too. And the source text here at the bottom, and the headings and the text and links right throughout the text. Let's upload this. Upload it here. It's inside the Word folder, and then wait for it, and it's uploaded successfully. Click on commit changes. In a few moments it should finish. All right, I think we're all good to go now. And so let's click on the actions, and you want to wait for a short moment for all of the files to be implemented using the CI. In the meantime, let's have a look at the web page. Let's refresh it. And you notice here now that the PaddlePie tutorial with the preview image is now shown. And so the only thing left now is the post that is coming from Microsoft Word. Okay, and so about me is now updated. Okay, that's good. And you could also add images into the about page as well, your own image. And in order to add the image, let me show you the code. Let's go back to code here. And if you want to modify the front page here, you could go to the index.html, and right here you could modify the contents here. To add the images, you want to modify the diagram, the PNG, to the name of your image. Okay, but I'll just leave it in here because the diagram, it summarizes the fast pages schematic very nicely. But for your own purpose, you could replace it with your own custom image. Okay. And let's click on the link here in the post, and you can see now the table of content is automatically generated, and we could hop on to different parts, right? And the Jupyter Notebook is now converted into the blog post very successfully. All right, there you go. Let's have a look at the bottom. Right, all the links are here, and the links are correct now for the YouTube, Twitter, for the GitHub, and for comments as well. Let's go to the main page. Let's see, so it's still building, I guess. Oh, it's finished. Let me refresh it again. All right, there you go. The Microsoft Word example. Let's have a look. Okay, so it's converted into this page, which is quite impressive, right? It also has this, but notice here that the layout, I think, is looking better for the Jupyter Notebook, and I think it's because we have the code here as well. But if you want to add just basic content, you could just use Microsoft Word, or you could also use Markdown as well, as shown here. So this is very flexible, and so if you would like to hack this layout further, you could go to the repository here, the folder called layout. Okay, if you want to hack the header or the footer of the web page right here, the header or the footer part, you could go to the includes. Okay, and it's in the custom head or it's in the other parts, even the TOC or the info header or head and the custom head. Okay, so you could customize this. And it's also worth to note that this is based on the Jekyll theme of Minima. So you want to read this in order to understand it, and then you could hack the layout, okay? Or if something is left out in the fast pages, you could read this, and then you could improvise this into the template here, and then hopefully you'll be able to customize it more. And so I'll love to hear from you guys in the comments section. And so I'd love to hear from you guys whether this fast pages template will be helpful for your data science portfolio website. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. If you would like to support the channel, please smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and also hit on the notification bell so that you'll be notified of the next video. And as always, the best way to learn data science is to do data science. And please enjoy the journey.